Dan.
David.
I got these cards of classic sports history of WrestleMania Series 2 cards. Whoops, that's bad. Start again. They almost never let me do this. This is because you're here. They like to leave the fuck-ups in there for whatever reason because you don't like me. Dan. Here are some shiny boys. One of these guys looks like one of the Peking ducks you sometimes see hanging in Chinese restaurant windows.
Oh, man. So this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man again, and this would be Jake Roberts in a...
That's right.
Yeah.
The referee really figures very prominently in these cards relative to...
There are a lot of referees in this card. I did not realize it would be the history of refereeing.
You gotta pull back far enough that you can see the ref's entire body. A little more incident here. You can only see half the ref, which is kind of disappointing.
That's super disappointing.
I should probably just throw this one away.
So that is Tito Santana being hit by, I believe, the Warlord?
The Barbarian.
The Barbarian, wow. That major mistake.
Yeah.
The Warlord and the Barbarian were tag team partners.
Really?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Tito was in a tag team called Strike Force with Rick Martel. Martel had a little Canadian flag on his ass. Tito had a little sombrero.
Like tasteful sombrero.
Yeah.
Here, again, Danny McBride, celebrity referee in this one.
So this is Rick Martel.
Yes.
Wrestling, I think, Coco Beware.
It is Coco Beware.
I can only really tell by the fact that I remember Coco had these split trunks. Wow, the opening contest of WrestleMania 6. What a start to the card. Rick Martel, after he turned heel and was on Tito Santana and Strike Force split up, Martel became a character called The Model. He had a big thing of like perfume called Arrogance. And he sprayed Jake Roberts in the face with it once, and that was a big angle.
Is he like, oh, after that happened?
Yeah, and like he wore like contacts that like made it look like his eyes were like up in his head, because that's what happens when you get sprayed in the face with cologne. They eventually had a blindfold match, which is infamous for two reasons. One, it was not very good because Martel whips him into the ropes, puts his head down to try to back body drop him, flip him over. When they're putting on their hoods to be blindfolded, Jake Roberts has his hand up and you can see it. And his song was like, bird, bird, bird. Yeah, really. I had tickets for Bill Buckner, but he couldn't bend over to pick him up. It was in Boston.
Killer. Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that joke.
I don't either, dude.
This is Dino Bravo stomping someone. I'm going to guess it's The Rock, Don Morocco.
It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Again, the blue boots. I should have known.
To confirm the card here, in order to get the entire referee's body into the image.
Why are the refs so prominent?
I don't
in these
know.
cards?
You don't need to see his face, and then under the WrestleMania logo is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Apparently, I don't. You remember anything about this moment other than the fact that we're basically taking it on faith that it happened?
Yes, that's about it. Is this WrestleMania 6, does it say?
6.
Okay.
There you go.
So that was in Toronto. So Dino Bravo was actually murdered by the French-Canadian Mafia after his wrestling career.
That, like, for a bit?
No, like...
In real life?
In real life.
With a gun?
I'm not sure how he was murdered.
It's tough. R.I.P. Dino Bravo.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Oh, well, this is again Hacksaw Jim Duggan and
we're in the Hacksaw
Dino
Jim
Bravo.
Duggan portion.
You know, I feel like these cards just cover like 5 matches.
Yeah, we cover them very comprehensively.
Yeah, I like that this does not have a ref in it, but it does have a cameraman. Hacksaw gave Bravo a feel of Mr. 2x4 at the conclusion of their bout. And Mr. 2x4 is written like as if it's a person's name.
Also, a feel?
A feel, yeah.
That's not the way you'd say it in English.
No.
Say
that is not.
A taste.
A taste, yeah, not a feel.
Give me a feel of it.
It is possible that someone who did not speak English wrote these cards.
It's possible. It could have been somebody from the French-Canadian mob doing it.
Yeah.
That was amazing, hard-hitting action. I feel like my brain was lambasted by all the remembering you did.
Mine too.
Congratulations on a job well done.
I've remembered some guys.
Yeah, I didn't.